Wagwan family, welcome to Black Blood Voices podcast, where we all about spreading peace and light through meaningful conversation. I'm your host, Raj Jaffe Judah, coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. Man, y'all know we ready to elevate your mind and spirits together as we dig into some real and raw discussions. Our mission is to represent and celebrate Black and brown stories of success as we envision a world where Black and brown voices thrive. Today on the podcast, y'all, I got my sister, man, the backbone of Recycle and Reinvest, but we ain't gonna talk about Recycle and Reinvest today. Today, we here to learn more about Jameson GC. Dr. Amanda Key, how you doing, sister?
I am blessed. How are you, my brother?
Man, all is well. Thank you for coming on the platform, and thank you for all the hard work that you do in the community. You are truly a beacon of light and a leader by example, right? That's one of the reasons why I want to bring you on today, as well as just get some, feedback on what's been up, what's been going on.
You know, we move and we shake. As far as with Jameson GC, we have been gearing up for this mile-long mural project that we're doing in the part of town that we advocate for. South Nashville, better known as Napier, JCUC, shout out to my hood.
Yeah.
So we will be out there painting a sound barrier wall that has been an eyesore, and it also separates the community from other parts of Nashville. And so we were blessed to be able to get a 10-year lease on this bad boy. So we're going to paint it up.
Come on now.
With history, paying homage to trailblazers in the community and just keeping it alive out there, y'all. Community engagement is going to be wild. And hey, if somebody's going to be there. We're doing this all summer and we start in May the 4th.
Wow. So May the 4th, it's going from May the 4th till when?
Till it's done.
Facts.
Yes.
Okay. So before we, hop into the mural and we kind of, talk about, I don't know if you can share, we're going to find out.
Okay.
How much information we can get on who's going on that mural, what's going on that mural, right? Before we get to that, I kind of want to take a step back and know more about what inspired you to start Jameson GC.
Oh, wow. So I am actually not the starter. Jameson GC, my amazing artist, Mr. Charles Key, also my husband. He has been an artist his entire life. His dad was also an artist, and so it's just in his blood. And he stepped out on faith. One day he was like, I think I want to paint full time. And I was like, bro, that is not how we feed our people. And so no, we really took a leap of faith in wanting both of us to actually wake up and do what we love every day. And so he was first out the stall with it. I followed a couple of years behind. I wake up and do what I love every day now, but he was first out the stall. And so he started with canvases. Well, he started with drawings and sketches, and then he moved on to canvases and paintings. And then we looked up and he was doing murals, and it just continued to grow. So he not only does murals, but he does fine art as well. So this thing just grew. So yeah, he is actually the creator of all the things. I just stay behind the scenes and do stuff like this.
Word. Overstood. So as your husband, being, the creator of Jameson GC, what is your role in Jameson GC, if you can expound on that a little bit more?
Okay. My role is creative director. I am behind the scenes. I basically, if he sends me something and he sees something he wants to be a part of, I apply for different projects for him. I look for different projects. I have different negotiations with people. So I'm really behind the scenes. He does all the good work. I'll write a grant, or I'll sit in a meeting, or I'll do a podcast. But yeah, I'm really behind the scenes person.
Got you. Let us know a little bit, because to be a business owner, to be an entrepreneur, that takes a lot of you, a lot of us, a lot of internal fortitude to be able to get these projects not only off the ground, but to continue them out in collaboration with other people, businesses. So I want to know from you, and y'all are husband and wife, right? And that's beautiful. What, how, or not what, but more so, how do you balance your personal and professional life as an entrepreneur?
Oh wow. We are still. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna answer the question in a way it's like, oh, we got it all figured out. We are still growing into those roles in those spaces. But one of the things we have been blessed to do was invite one another into each other's worlds. And what I mean by that, which is a great example, I remember sometimes where he was like, the South Nashville has been his canvas. The neighborhood calls him Painter Man. Everybody love him. Everybody knows him because he has painted the entire neighborhood. And so sometimes he's out 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Normal people, you supposed to be in the house in the bed, but I understood the assignment. And so instead of, and I ain't gonna say like I ain't had no times where I felt some kind of way or I said things or argued and things of that nature. But sometimes it was like, you know what? You need to go out there. And so spending time with him, going to the paint store for him, making sure he have food, inviting one another into the spaces, because it's easy for me to say, man, you've been out there painting all day and here you come in here and you act like you're tired or whatever. In actuality, he is tired. He used his mind. Right. Climbing up and down the ladder, finger probably stuck from the spray paint can, just all these different things. Then he got to watch his back because he out there by himself just to make sure nobody hit him over the head. Like, it's so many different factors to what it means to be a muralist, a large scale muralist on the level that he is on. And so when I was invited into his space, I got to really see like, oh, it's a different world out here for bro. Let me scale back because I really don't understand, the energy it takes and what he's gone through. So that made me be, a lot more compassionate as a wife. And then on the flip side of that too, like it was like, oh baby, come to graduation or come to this event, for my work, or come over here and hang out with me in the office. Or matter of fact, some days he would work from home. And I would work from home. And so we would sit in the same room. And it's like he would see me go from meeting to meeting, to spreadsheet, to call. And I got to do this and make sure this is it. Even on the way to go here, I think I had like 2 or 3 phone calls, And so when I invited him in my space, like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to cook. I don't want to hang. I don't want to listen to music. I don't want to nothing, And so we begin to see that for one another and learn how to, bring that balance. So sometimes it is like, shut it down. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Ain't nobody doing nothing. We gonna lay. And he finds like the funniest, best stuff on TV to watch. I be like, where in the world? Nobody would have found this. And so we gonna watch something. We gonna one thing about my husband, he feeds me holistically, and so he will find something and be like, okay, we're gonna watch this, and then we talk about it and we have conversation and we block out the outside world. So it's still growing, you guys, but that is just important. Invite one another in to your workspace so that everybody can have understanding, because it's easy to say, all right, well, you push spreadsheets all day, you ain't tired, or you do this. It's not cool.
So I received that. Definitely be more considerate. Definitely try to be more compassionate. Definitely try to see things from a different perspective than your own. And not, it sounds like, y'all are removing the ego in the relationship, right? Because ego can sometimes tell you one thing when it's completely something else.
Oh yeah.
And when really, both of you all communicate different. So in a relationship, you have to learn, one, communication styles, and also 2, you have to learn, what to communicate sometimes. Because sometimes I believe, like, when we're in relationships, we assume in our early stages, and then as we grow, it's like, oh, let me actually present this question to ask him or ask her, right? So I think that's really dope, and that's something I can strongly relate with. But I'm curious to know, can you talk about some specific stories that you have around success or milestones that you are proud of as an entrepreneur?
Oh, man. I think recently, I'll go just in the last 5 years, when we had Jameson GC, y'all, when we had the first art show, Jamerson's first art show, it was explosive. We had 100+ people in attendance. Did not expect that at all, but everything that we wanted, it came together, and it was beautiful, and it was supported, and it was loved. And we were just so excited. So we know that when we do the next one, that we one have support, but also we got to do it bigger and better. So coming soon, we will let you know. Also, too, I love how he leaned into his craft by becoming an art teacher. So he's an art teacher as well. So he didn't have to come away from his love and his space. That I love that he has so many different dimensions to what he does that just feeds him and it loves him. And then the kids love him, y'all. I think he like the worst art teacher ever because he gives homework. Not give homework as an art teacher. But
that's different.
Okay,
that is different. Yeah, I ain't never done the homework.
We done had so many conversations about this. Yeah. But I love it.
But our homework could be fun too.
He is fun. Yeah. When I say I go to his classrooms every now and then, and I sit in there, and the kids, Mr. Key, look at this. Like, we were in LA, and one of his students saw that he was in LA, and they ended up going together to Venice Beach to paint together on the wall in LA. How dope is that? The parents was there. It was just so crazy. So I love, his connection, and the kids love him. I be like, y'all, he dangerous, but the kids love him. And it's just super cool with what he loves. And then I think our nearest milestone is this mural project. You guys, I cannot tell you enough how historical this is, not just for Black Nashville, but really for all of Nashville, not even just for South Nashville. T-Dot said this has never before been done. So we are setting the bar for what it looks like to paint on a state-owned wall. And so there's a lot of levels to this. So we are very proud that they said yes to us. We are.
Shout out to T-Dot.
Yes, and N-Dot, because Diana and N-Dot, I told her, we sat down with her and we told her the vision, and she went over there and was like, I am not playing with y'all. So thank you to all the people who have been involved, who are involved in this.
Indeed. So the people who are watching, they just saw a clip of some of the murals that Jameson GC has painted. Can you go into talking about, if you can, what does it take as far as discipline? What does it take to be motivated to be such a great artist or be a successful entrepreneur?
Oh, wow. No cap, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna talk from the artist's perspective. Every day, this man feed his craft. Every day, this man sows into his craft, whether it's watching something, whether it's teaching himself something new, whether it's getting in a space with other people who love the same thing that he does, and he's picking up on it every day. He does something. And as an entrepreneur, no matter what your business is, whether you got products or service, whether you want to be a counselor, a yoga instructor, you want to sell body butter, or you want to make 2 chains and t-shirts, whatever it is, every day you have to feed that monster. And it's not that all of it's always going to generate some income, but you got to perfect that thing, y'all. You got to build that thing. You got to grow that thing. You got to feed it. I wouldn't even call it a monster. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say that tree, and how it starts off as a little seed, but once you plant it in the ground and you keep on giving it nutrients and light and water and all the things it needs, and it just grow and grow and grow and grow, and one day you have that apple tree, that orange tree, that walnut tree, or whatever it is that you're trying to go, you'll have that thing. So I'll say every day it is the discipline. Are some days better than others? Are some days more lackadaisical than others? Yeah, it is. And that's just life, because life be life and bills be bills, people be people, kids be kids. Nobody's dismissing none of that, because we too have all of that too. But I want to tell you about this man. Every day he feeds his craft. Every day he wear it on his body. He watch it on the television. When he goes to sleep, he's making sure the atmosphere, sounds, and things around him are set all according to what it is that he is trying to do. And he pray. He a man of God, and he pray, and he pray. He put them through to your boy. So yeah.
So What are some of the biggest challenges you face as an entrepreneur, and how have you overcome them?
Some of the biggest challenges as an entrepreneur is fear of not making no money. Because bills be billing, y'all. And
That's
if
real.
you are in nonprofits, if you are, no matter what your business is, like this week for us in my job is the break even week. And so we showing our entrepreneurs how to calculate their break even points. And the thing is, like, if you don't know that you have to make a part, if you sell t-shirts, you got to know that if your t-shirts are a certain amount of money, you got to sell 27 of these to make your break even. That means you got to pay your fixed costs. You have to know what it is that's going on. So I would say get in a place where you really learn about entrepreneurship, and there's so many things. I work for Corner to Corner. I'm just saying you can apply. Shout out to Corner to Corner and the academy, but get in a place where you really learn the steps it takes for entrepreneurs, and then get with people who do some of the same work you do. Hey, it's room for everybody. It's room for everybody. Do not feel that somebody is super competitive. Some people will treat you like that, but for the people who will grasp you and hold you under their wing and mentor you, like, run with that thing, y'all, because everybody has something to offer. And so, yeah, every day, get in a space and perfect your craft. So going back to finances is always a big thing when it's entrepreneurial. We're not an entrepreneur because we love stuff so much. No, we're entrepreneur because we want to create. We saw a problem. We have a solution, but we also want to generate revenue so that we can wake up every day and do what it is that we love to do. And that is why we became entrepreneurs. And so finances is a big thing. And hey, I might make 10,000 over here with a project, but I'll go over here and he like, well, I just want like a face on my wall and I only got $200. Like, you got to make those boss decisions. Like, do I want to support this other entrepreneur, or do I want to go find me somebody else who paying those dollars I want to pay? Another struggle with entrepreneur is some days it's just dry and it's hard. And you like, I done sent 500 emails. I done called 10,000 people. Ain't nobody getting back with me. And I'm looking at it all go back to finance. I'm looking at my bank account and the month is rolling because rent be renting. And it's like, is this really worth it? If you deal with person to person, like say if you have a counseling or you have like an after school program and things like that, the burnout is real, y'all. I'm not gonna act like for no reason that you don't get tired of folks. You help people, you like, okay, I met you, I see your need, I see what you got going on, you telling me what your need is, and I'm helping you, but it seems like you keep falling flat on yourself. After a while, you like, I'm done with you because this is really ridiculous. You gotta want it for yourself. You know, that's how we do, y'all. You gotta want it for yourself. And I can't want it more than you want it. So the burnout is real. And so having those spaces where you can make sure that you do disconnect, that you do vacation, that you do make sure that you calculate self-time in your journey as an entrepreneur is so important. Do not chase the bag. Do not let social media hype you. The bag will come. If you sow into your craft every single day, if you position yourself and get education how you need to, and be where you're supposed to be and show up for yourself correctly, the money will come. It's the problem where you trying to get over and trying to make stuff. You ain't got to do that. You just got to show up your best self and represent.
The TV station told the story of the amazing artist Charles Key, who painted Chadwick Boseman on this building that we dreamed of being ours. And so powerful, I can't even put into words, but I've told Charles that's what told me that we could have this building.
I was trying to bring awareness to the community because cancer, especially like colon cancer and stuff, is affecting us younger. So that was the purpose of my Chad Boseman picture. Plus he just had passed away from that disease.
After seeing that story, I reached back out to donors and said, what if we could go forward with this? And we put another bid on the building. What happened after that was a real amazing relationship with Charles Key to figure out how do we use this space and these walls to give hope to this community and to celebrate this community and to create a space where people feel better about their future.
Being an educator, I'm not just going to put any picture up. I want something for the children, and that's my main goal. Bright, vibrant colors, color therapy for the kids, something for them to look at, because a lot of times, especially in this area, these walls are gray inside of the projects. So they look at gray walls all day. Then they go to school in the hallways, and the walls in the hallways is gray.
Agreed. Very, very true. I love how you speak with so much passion about Jameson GC. I think the energy can transcend through the audio and visual that these people, that the audience is experiencing. So let's get into, what do you think sets your business apart from others in your industry?
Oh wow. I you know what? I never. Okay. Not that I haven't or we haven't encountered any real like independent artists, but a lot of what we see here in Nashville is a lot of artists have teamed together and they got groups and we don't have that. Like he the only one who could draw. He the only one that can paint. We good at all the other stuff, but we really depend on him for his creativity and what he does. And I think that sets us apart too, because he asks us for our opinion, and then women, we're going to give it anyways. But, he asks us for our opinions and our feelings and what we think. But at the same time, it's really solely based all on him. And I think that is just something beautiful to allow somebody to just continuously evolve in their craft and not have to worry about a bunch of opinions, or if I set this in place, then what if we call a meeting and I set this in place, but somebody missing, we can't continue on because somebody's missing. So I think that's what really sets him apart, and also his generosity, because he does not hang his hat on the dollar. I have seen him for years self-fund murals on businesses, thriving businesses that could pay. But he did it for free, and people came back and they sowed seed, and we're reaping a lot of the giving. So he's a giver. Not saying that other people don't do it, but I'm just saying, to me, that's what sets him apart, that he's a giver. He doesn't hang his hat on the financial part of it, and that he is his own man. Yeah.
100. So let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
From we learned about what it takes to who you have to become internally to be a great artist externally. You talked about some of the ups and downs of business and the challenges y'all face, and some of the things that make you unique and sets you apart, as well as some of the milestones you have reached thus far. Let's go back to the milestones, but let's speak in the capacity of Athens of the South.
Yes, yes.
How did you all come to the name Athens of the South, and what does that mean?
Athens of the South came from just the regal of it. We're in the part of the side of town that we're in used to be called the Black Bottom. And it was known for debauchery and just all the worst stuff. They even had code words that people would tell each other when they was headed to that part of town, because you kind of went down there to do whatever you want to do before you went home or whatever. But it was just the worst part of town, and so much has happened on that land. And so for Athens, it was just so regal and so royal, and we wanted to make sure that it was so impactful to the people that they felt that royalty, because they are a royal priesthood. And so we wanted the people to make sure that it was something proud they could say. Anybody could say Southside. That'll be put up there too by the bridge. But anybody could say Southside. But everybody can't say Athens of the South. We live in Athens of the South. And outside of that, it was also to our Parthenon over in Nashville, a historic place that is over in Centennial Park, and giving history about that was once a side of town that we were not welcome. And so how about we are welcome in our Athens of the South? Because one thing we like to do, if you tell us we can't have it, we'll build it for ourselves. So we are building this for ourselves, for our South Nashville community. So that is how we got Athens of the South.
What are some other ways in that area that you have commemorated Jameson's GC?
Oh, so depending on which way you come in, if you drive down Carroll Street, which is adjacent to the wall over by Harvest Hands and coming off Charles Davis Boulevard, and if you're from here, you know what I'm saying. We did a street adoption, and so we did a street adoption in his name for numerous reasons. One, he deserves it, and this thing will outlive all of us. And so when generations come along and y'all, we'll be returned to the dirt and Jesus been undid what he do, we will be blessed to that generations will be able to say, I was a part of this. And when they ask like, well, who was the artist who did this and who put this together? They'd be like, oh, it's a sign down there with his name on it. It's been there forever. Mm-hmm. And so just making sure that we are dropping those pieces in all of our neighborhoods to commemorate people who have been trailblazers. So do it in your neighborhood.
Adopt the street today.
Adopt the street today.
So with Athens of the South, it's a mile-long mural commemorating the cultural heritage of South Nashville.
Yes.
Is this the only mural he's did out south?
Oh no. Okay. Oh no. I don't care which way you come. Down Lafayette or Lafayette, depending on where you're from. And Murfreesboro Road, I don't care which way you come, you're going to see him. He has done the murals of the faces on the side of the Tennessee Justice Building. Mm-hmm. He has done that also on the side of Project Return. All the businesses he has done in South Nashville. He has a mural on the side of Napier Center, which is J.C. Napier. He did Cali House inside of there as well. Mm-hmm. Over in Harvest Hands, he did some murals for the children's wing as well. Oh gosh. At our church, you can actually come in our church, which is 81 Claiborne Street at Claiborne Family Faith Worship Center under Pastor Judy Johnson. Y'all probably know just Pastor Judy. But under her, which is our home church, if you come inside the church, you will see so many pieces of his fine art that really don't ever get out to the public, but you can come in there and see them as well. He not only has murals outside of the Tennessee Justice, but inside as well. He has some stuff on Jefferson Street, our Soul Restaurant, the original Soul Restaurant on Charlotte. He did do the outside of the building over there. A ton of smoke shops. I think the latest one was the Rick and Morty that was like super hot on social media. He did it. But yeah, now he has a lot more mirrors and a lot more coming soon too.
Awesome. Can you talk more about Athens of the South and who will be involved, whether just showing up and supporting or showing up to participate in the murals or just overall aiding and assisting with getting this process done?
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Y'all, I'm going to do my best. If I missed you, do not be mad at me, y'all. Do not be mad. But we got Joseph Bosley and the Ether Crew. We got Jaffe Judah and Recycle and Reinvest. We have United Neighborhood Health Service that's going to come out and let the people get signed up. We have Pruitt Library who's going to be present, and they're also going to be on the wall. Shout out to them. Thank you for signing the photo release waiver. Another historical figure that will be on the wall is the whole R.H. Boyd legacy. R.H. Boyd Publishing Company, started by a slave, umpteen years later, CEO, Black woman, LaDonna Boyd, excited about that. We will have all 5 of the history of R.H. Boyd Publishing Company. We will have some community stars. You got to show up for that one. I ain't going to tell y'all all of that good stuff, but we will have depictions of Fort Negley and the original Broadway and just the Cumberland River and just love, y'all. Love, 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 love. MDHA, I had a conversation with them today. They want to come on board and be a part. Alicia Bush, she's so super excited. I was talking to her the other day. Y'all know Alicia from North Nashville. She's going to be an artist on there. And there's so many other artists and stuff too. I don't know everybody's name just yet. But we do need more artists. So hey, check me out, follow me, call me, email me, and so we can sign you up. We're doing it till it's done. But N.T. Claiborne Family of Faith Worship Center, Tennessee Justice Center, Napier Kitchen Table, oh gosh, Purity Dairy. We had a phenomenal conversation with them as well. They're on board. Let's see. Yeah, that's so far. I think I pretty much covered everybody. But if I left you out, don't be mad. But yeah, we got a lot of people who are saying they want to get behind this and they believe in it.
This is a phenomenal event that you all are curating, and I thoroughly, thank you all for doing this, because like just in that area in Napier, it's definitely one of them areas where you out south when you get out there. And I think, taking the strides to beautify South Nashville in a way of creating murals, paying homage to neighborhood heroes, including the community to be a part of change in this process, speaks volumes. And, not only does it speaks volumes to who you all are and what you represent, but like you said, this is something that will outlive you all.
Yes.
And this will be a opportunity for us to uplift this community in a selfless act that is really going to be, I feel like, felt in a way that has never been received before. So
I received that, because that is the goal. That is the goal. Like, we have paint by numbers. We have specific parts of the wall that is specific for community engagement. Like, we want people to come and paint on the wall. Like, imagine the first time you did something you really wanted to do and you felt so good about it. And it's that high that I want them to chase, because to me, I hope it's like, okay, if I could do this, what else can I really, really do? And so that is the light that we are trying to either turn on or add fuel to other people's fires, and encourage the kids, because I think it'll be a snowball effect in the sense of, you can't throw trash in front of this because I painted on this wall. This won't belong to me. This South Side right here. So people having that ownership and that stakehold of their community, instead of coming and do it at the community, do it with the community. So it's, we did this together, not y'all did it and give me something to look at. So we are so excited. Bring your kids, bring your dogs. Hey, just come on out.
Is this an event where, only professionals can be a part of the painting?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no. We got kids.
Okay.
We do have waivers. We got artists, professional artist waivers, and we do have children, youth waivers as well. Everybody got to sign a waiver if you want to paint.
Okay.
But we do have waivers for people to pay, but not just professionals. No. Because we have a professional artist who's going to be able to guide you. And then you don't know. Like, my husband encouraged me all the time. He's like, everybody artist, you're just a different kind of artist. And so for me, he told me, like, you're more surrealism, like, or you're more, what's that other one? Whatever it is, I can't remember. What is it? Where you don't really abstract. Yeah, I was like, I could see it, but I couldn't. So thank you. So he told me I'm more into like surrealism and abstract. I don't really necessarily have to have like a thing, but I can, create. And so sometimes you a different type of creator. You just don't know it because you feel like you got to have like a thing. So we want to tap into all those things. And with the resources that are going to be present, we want people to be fed all the way around as best as possible. So, yeah.
Awesome. Is there a way that if people are watching this or listening, can they support you on your journey with Athens of the South? Because you said the first installment will be in May.
Yes.
How can people support the work of Jameson GC so that way we can make sure that it is done with efficiency and excellence?
Oh, yes. Oh, listen, y'all. We have a link tree. I also have an email. It's in the bio, I guess. It's all of that's going to be in the bio, where you can sign your kids up. You can sign up for yourself as well, and you can donate. But let me tell y'all, listen, let me tell you what I need. I need ladders. I need paint poles. I need paint, spray paint and exterior paint. So you may not have money, but you may have in your garage like 5-gallon buckets of paint. Ain't no 5 gallons buckets of paint over to you, girl. Like everything, no donation is too small. We ain't turning away nothing. I have people who just want to come out and set up and want to make sure that everybody got water for the day. If you want to feed the people, we are not allowing people to sell anything, but if you want to give something, if you want to promote your business, if you want to tell people who you are, sure, by all means, come out. I don't want anybody selling anything, but we do have needs, and all of our information is in the bio.
For sure. Well, Dr. Amanda Key, we really appreciate you coming on to Black Blood Voices today. If anyone has any questions for Jameson GC, check the show notes. Link will be at the bottom.
Family.
Don't forget to follow Black Blood Voices on
comes
YouTube,
from Nashville
Twitter,
nonprofit
Instagram,
radio
fan base,
station
and LinkedIn
WXNA.
for
It
all
shows soul in the
Okay.
city.
podcasts.
Erica
And,
spins local
if
and
it's
national
anything that
soul
you
and
want
hip hop
people to
whenever
know
she
before
feels
we
like throwing it at
leave,
you every
what is
Thursday
that?
at
How can
5
they tap
p.m.
in with you?
Only on
What other
WXNA
things do you want them to know as we
101.5
close
FM
out?
and
I
streaming
would say you
at
can reach me at
WXNAfm.org. Give thanks for support of
lowkeyart02@gmail.com.
Black
Again,
Blood
it's going to be in
Voices.
the bio. And if you take anything from what we discussed today, is I pray that you get to a space where you wake up every day and do what it is that you love, because you can do it and you are capable and you are already on your way. You just got to believe.
Indeed. Before we close, I got one last question. I'm going to give you a statement, and I
Okay.
want you to finish this statement.
Oh, Lord.
All right. This statement goes, I feel the best when.
Y'all, I love this question. I feel the best when I have helped or am able to see someone wake up and be their best self.
There it is, y'all. Black Blood Voices. We out. Y'all stay in alignment of love, truth, and spirit. We will see y'all on the next one. Blessings for it.